Hello everybody, this is Eric with Design Syndicate, and I am going to do a quick little tutorial video to show you how to trim cap. I'm serious, we're going to do this. Okay, so here's everything you're going to need, and there's different ways you can trim cap. I'm not going to get in every single way that you can trim cap, but this is the way most people do it. You have your particle board, your 1/2 inch, some people use 3/4, some people use plywood, some people use magnets to hold their pieces that trim capping. In this case, we're just going to use very simple brads. You need a hammer, you need your cutting tool, and then you'll need your 3 or your 4 Weld-On. People refer to this as their hot glue. It just works really fast. And then finish up with a 16. It's thicker and it'll take a little longer to dry. Some people like to work really fast and try and do everything in an hour or so, a couple hours, but I always give it 24 hours. That's my recommendation. Some people like to work on things last minute and ship them out, but you know, that's their doing. So what you want to start off doing is putting a couple of brad nails down just to hold your work so it doesn't move around when you're trim capping. And then we're going to start at the top, always the top, and then get your little cutting tool, make a little mark, and then basically you're just going to cut a little angle at whatever angle you need to make it straight, and then do a little bend, and then you don't want to bang the trim cap. You don't want to knock the camera out of the way either. And just put the blade rested against the edge of the acrylic, make a little mark going up, make an angle, just go on a 90-degree angle. Sharper angles obviously require a different angle. Turn this, and then you're going to have your inside corner, and you're just going to push it against and just kind of, as you can see, this is a smaller piece of trim cap. And this is a small letter. It's a lot easier to do. Plasco trim cap, then it will be jewelite. Just bring your corner to you, make your bend, and you don't need to cut a corner on inside bends. Measure again, make your mark, scratch it up, make your angle. And like I said, a lot of people use boards and nails. That's what I like using. Some people use magnets. I got in the time to get magnets. Some people even use horseshoe nails, which is really interesting. They're a little bit wider on one side, and I guess it kind of forms nice. I've never used it. But I've seen it done. And that's one thing about this Plasco trim cap. This is 3/4 inch trim cap. A lot of people use 1-inch jewelite because the mechanical clearance from the base to the end of the trim cap. People will buy the 1-inch because there's more body there for their trim cap screws. But there's actually just as much mechanical clearance with 3/4 inch Plasco as there is with the 1-inch jewelite, because they have that big, huge arrow trim extrusion that takes up a lot of the, oops, I didn't make my cut. And that's what I see a lot of people doing, is what I almost did right here, is you don't want to just bend it. You have to cut it, you have to notch it. You have to notch your trim cap, otherwise it's not going to conform. And it looks really ugly on the outside. Just looks like you just kind of crammed it, and you'll have the excess trim on the outside folding over, and it just looks really ugly. So that's why we're doing the notches. I don't know, I mean, I have a sample, but this is what it would look like in the end. You have a nice corner, your inside bends. So, when you close this out, basically you're gonna put this up and you're gonna rest it on the edge of the other trim cap, go up, and then you can take your simple cutting tool like this, follow the line you made, just follow right along it, and see it'll butt up real nice. I have a small little gap on mine, I don't think you're going to see it that often. Then, to finish it, you're going to want to cut a little piece off, cut here, and then this is going to get bonded to that right there to make a seam. Okay, so let's talk adhesive real quick. Like I said earlier, you always want to start with the 3 or 4 Weld-On, or I think I changed the name, was it ski grip, but anyways. So this is the hotter glue, it's real soluble. So do your seam first, or you can do it last, it doesn't matter. But when you use the little applicator, you're going to want to give it a quick little squeeze. That way it's not just dripping everywhere. Let it suck in a little bit. And then, so the 3 and 4 will sink right between the trim cap and the acrylic. And it gives it a quick, fast weld. And then do your little seam, put some on the edge, and you're gonna bond trim cap to trim cap. And that's that for the 3/4. I'm not gonna put the 16 in here, but it's just it's thicker. It's like a syrup. Basically the same thing. Give it a quick little squeeze, suck in, so that way it's not dripping out. It's getting all over your face, and then slowly let out. And then basically, I'd give it maybe like 5 minutes, or you can just do it right after too, and just go all the way around. Just follow the perimeter, and this will be the thicker application. And this is what is really going to hold it over time. When you just do the 3 or 4, and under the sun, it's going to degrade it, and it's just going to fall apart. I've seen it happen all the time. So that's pretty much the basics of trim capping. And then at the end, like I said, the corners will fit nicer. It's not folded over and really ugly looking. And that's it. Trim capping at its finest. Thanks for watching.